Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Days of Our Lives edition. So earlier, because I know some of y'all watch all of them, earlier, I was doing my little spring cleaning and I was like, oh girl, I can't get on camera like this. Y'all know I already be getting on looking a mess. I was like, I can't get on like this. All right, so let's just get right into it. Today is Wednesday, June the 8th, 2022. Okay, mama. And today is Wednesday, June the 8th, 2022. And did I tell you rating? Well, y'all know who we do. It's a 7. It's a 7 for me. Let's go right into. And we see. Okay, so we see Belle and EJ. EJ is dreaming about Belle. He has a thing for Belle, and I know people are saying that it will always be Sammy, and he'll always, but no, he really does like Belle. So he's dreaming about Belle, and she wakes him up and she tells him, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. I just need to go get some clothes and everything. And he tells her, I'm not gonna hold y'all long on this. He tells her, I want you to stay. Feel free to stay if you need to or want to. And you don't have to rush off and everything. So she was like, she just tells him, I feel like I'm such a mess up to my parents and everything, and my baby had mental illness and I was in denial, and I feel like my mom, she just feels judged. Belle feels judged. And EJ just told her, you're a great person. And she said, yeah, you know the now, but you don't know what the mistakes I made to get here. And he said, listen, I don't, he's not judging her on that or anything. Lord knows EJ is not gonna judge her on this. But so then we see that, he tells her, I'll get something from Abigail for you to wear, and you could just stay out here, and let your mama know that you can stay here. You don't have to leave or whatever and go and stay in a hotel or whatever. And so she agrees to it. So that means Belle texts Marlena and lets her know that she's gonna be staying. So when Belle texts Marlena and lets her know this, Marlena is with Kate. Now, Kate is there because she wants to invite Marlena and John over to Will's goodbye breakfast because he's going back to Arizona. So then we see that Marlena starts telling Kate about, because she's like, are you okay? Everything's good. So she starts telling her everything that happened with Belle. And she says, then Marlena gets the text and she says, oh, Belle's staying at EJ's. And Kate says, wait a minute now, what's going on here? Is something going on between EJ and Belle? And she says, no. Plus, with Sammy. And Kate said, what's Sammy got to do with this? Why would Sammy be upset? She with Lucas. She happy. And she says, yeah, but that's her ex, and she wouldn't be like it if she knew EJ was pursuing her baby sister or whatever. Since this is the last graham cracker. She wouldn't like it if she knew her ex was pursuing her baby sister and whatever. But I'm like, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with Sammy. I mean, yeah, technically, yes, they should tell Sammy, but when two people are grown, even though I might not do it, like that's not my forte. Whatever. So anyways, they leave and they go to this breakfast and everything. So at the breakfast, Lucas is there and he's talking to Roman, and Roman's telling Lucas that he don't believe EJ was the one to kidnap Sammy. He says somebody framed EJ. So, he says he was innocent and somebody framed him. The only time you would be framed if you were innocent. And so Lucas is just like, yeah, he kidnapped Sammy. Like Lucas is trying to get the diversion off of him, period. And so then he tells Roman, I want to, I know I made mistakes, but I'm trying to be a better person, and I want to ask your hand in marriage ask you for Sammy's hand in marriage. And he said, I know we've been through divorce. I was about to say, because y'all been through divorces, marriages, children. What are you doing? But I mean, it's cute. Let's go. And so Roman says, yeah, I'm going to because you're good for Sammy. You understand her. You've been friends since you were teens. Baby, I can't believe I've been watching this soap this long. And so he says, yes. He was like, yeah, you can have her hand in marriage or whatever. I'll give you my permission to ask her. And so then we see Kate and Marlena come up. Hi, mama. And they're asking, like, what's going on here? And Roman was just like, boy talk or whatever. And Marlena tells Roman the same story about, Belle and Sean having issues. And he says the same thing Kate says. Hopefully they can work this out. Kate did tell Marlena, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be Jan's therapist. Let her get help from somebody else. Like, that girl has tried to kill your daughter. Like, she has put your daughter through hell. So I could see Belle being a little upset that you took her on as a patient. But let's move right along. So then we go to so they're all there and they're missing Will and Sonny. Now Will and Sonny are in the bed because Sonny has had a nightmare about Leo because Leo got in his head, which is all what Leo wanted. But he has a nightmare that Leo is with Will. And so he wakes up and Leo is just shook and Sonny just tells him, excuse me, Sonny wakes up and he is shook, and Will just tells Sonny, "Don't even worry about it. Like he tried to get in your head. He really did a number on you, but it's okay. Nothing's gonna happen." And but they both are concerned because Leo said, "I'm on to my next victim," and they're like, "Who is it?" I'm like, all y'all had to do is think about the ones who put him, who had him lose Craig, and y'all are the victims. He already done warned you, and he done told you to tell Chloe, so you know it's Chloe. But it ain't Chloe. I thought she was gonna be the next one, but it's not. Anyways, so Sonny and Will just say, reassure each other that they love each other. Nothing's gonna tear them apart, and they'll deal with did I say Leo? I mean Will and Sonny. I'm sorry, y'all. And nothing's gonna tear them apart, not even Leo. But Sonny just wishes he could get Leo out of his head. So they late for the breakfast, but when they finally come, everything is all good with them. But then Kate gets a message and she's like, I have to leave. So they're like, where is she going? So then we see that Kate meets up with Chad. Now Chad had been at the Mirror House earlier, and they're moving it so fast. But Abigail says, I found a man who had something to do with the kidnapping. I'm going to Missouri to talk to him. And Chad said, no, you're not. And she said, excuse me, Mama. She said, excuse me, what do you mean I can't go and talk to him? And he's like, no, ma'am, you may not go and talk to this man. So he tells her, Chad ends up having to tell her that he knew about Lucas kidnapping Sammy, that it was Lucas who did it. And she's like, what? And he says, he explains to her why he didn't tell, he wanted to tell, but things just kept coming up. And so now he and EJ are in such a great place that he doesn't feel right. He doesn't want to ruin that by telling. And so then he said, can we keep this between us? And that's when EJ and Belle came downstairs. And to play them off, Chad told, Abigail said, well, we're going to keep between us that we're trying to have a baby, which they are. And so Belle was really excited. She said, now this is the baby news I can get behind. And so, you know, he did. Chad just tell Abigail, I thought you were gonna tell. She was like, no, I'm not gonna tell or whatever, because she don't want anything to harm her husband. She says, no, not gonna tell or anything like that. So then Chad leaves because he wants to meet with Kate and let Kate know that he has told um, Abigail. Now earlier, Kate had talked to Lucas, and Lucas says, "I'm in the clear as long as Chad doesn't say anything. You don't say anything. I'm good." But so now Kate realizes because she's went and met with Chad that Chad has told Abigail, so Chad is not keeping it secret. So then we see Abigail talking to Thomas, and Thomas was coming out of the tunnels, and she's like, "What are you doing in the tunnels? You know you're not supposed to play in there." Now Thomas was in the tunnels, and he saw Leo down there, and Leo, because Gwen told Leo about these tunnels and the passageway in and everything. So he's down there plotting, talking to Gwen on the phone and stuff, and Thomas comes up, and so he tells Thomas he's the tooth fairy, and got Thomas bringing him breakfast and all that. I said, boy, but so he tells Thomas he's the tooth fairy and he can't tell anyone. So when Thomas comes out of the tunnels, he tells Abigail, said, was someone down there? Because he says, no one's down there except, and she was like, wait a minute, except, was someone down there? And he was like, the tooth fairy. So I don't think Abigail is going to take this seriously at all. I hope not. But anyways, so that's it with them. And then we see EJ and Belle. So we go back to EJ and Belle, and they're in the I said, "What, Belle? Why are you in this man's room?" Because she in his room getting dressed and everything. and he coming out the shower, and I said, Belle, why are you in this man's room? Like, why you didn't go get dressed in the guest bedroom? But anyways, y'all, that was Days of Our Lives today. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me just run through these notes real quick. No, I didn't miss anything. And if I did, please don't charge it to me not caring about someone on the soap. I just honestly didn't see it. All right, I will see you guys on another episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Even if you don't subscribe, that's okay, but hit that like button for me. It allows me to be seen throughout more throughout YouTube. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.